Okay, guys, I had a lot of requests to do this video. I showed you General Dracasath. If you haven't seen General Dracasath doing a dungeon run this week, link in the description below. This time I'm going to show you a Rend deck on my free-to-play account. This is my free-to-play account. I have a few talents, but I've chosen to take them off for this video. The reason I've chosen to remove the talents for this video is because you guys might not have access to the same talents that I've got. So I'm going to assume that you have no talents, and this is the deck that I'm running to deal with Deadmines. It's very heavy on the Unbound. We're running Living Bomb, because usually I would have Living Soul on Rend as the talent, or Flaming Soul, but I don't have that, so I'm going to run Living Bomb instead, because it's very important for Cookie. It makes your life significantly easier. And I just want you to know that this is the deck that I've used after I've completed the run that you're about to see. So my safe pilot was a level down because I had a bronze slot instead of a silver slot. This deck could probably be used to take on the next level as well, but I'm going to show you the run that I did, because this strategy is pretty good for dealing with this dungeon anyway. I might do a red and an orange level run maybe later in the week, but ultimately this is the deck that I've used. No talents, it works really well. There is a strategy for every boss that you'll see in the video, and I hope you guys can make Rend work towards the end of the week and grind as many levels as you can before the dungeon resets on Saturday. Right, let's jump into this dungeon. No talents, yellow level, which means it's equivalent to the level of my deck. We're going to run Howling Warband because Hardened Chain and Inspiring Parchment are terrible. So like it's like I could spend 5 gold or 6 gold to get Bloodlust, or I could just get Bloodlust every time one of my squad minis dies, and I've got quite a few squad minis in here. So yeah, I think we're going to go for Howling Howling Warband to begin with. Now, this is the hardest level in Deadmines. If you can get past Mr. Smite, you can pretty much get past the rest of the dungeon. And there are a few tactics to Mr. Smite that you should be aware of, especially because Rend is harder for Mr. Smite to work out on, because there's a lot of anti-air. So I'm going to pause. This pipe here, there'll be a Stonehoof Tauren that comes down it every so often. Stealth. You want to drop, ideally, when Rend's on the field, your well pegs here. You're not really going to be using Living Bomb, only if there's a massive clump of enemies that you can get, think you can get a big value trade out of. Otherwise, you're just trying to get Rend on the field to defend most of the pushes. So there is a wolf and a mountaineer coming down here. It is what it is. I'm going to try and turn the mountaineer away into the Quillbore, which should allow me to take out the mountaineer as a primary option. I am going to, not yet, I'm going to have to drop something. I'm going to have to drop these guys, because I need to get the well pegs out. As I mentioned, the well pegs are very important here. I am going to drop a safe pilot now to kill off most of what I need to kill off. And this now should give me the start of my attack. Over here, drop a Earth Elemental. We have to now drop the Harpies here because I'm losing my base, but that's okay. Not going to get access to... A lot of damage done there. A lot of damage done. Now we just need to recuperate. Probably going to drop Rend going down this way again and hopefully do a tank with a safe pilot. We've got another Stonehoof Tauren coming down, so we're just going to drop that. We really do want to get, at least try and get... So I'm going to drop this here. That's really good. That's actually killed off the... Okay, so this is pretty good, actually. The unfortunate thing is I'm going to have to... Well, I'm going to drop this here, and I'm going to drop Rend on top of these guys. Hopefully by the time that my Harpies get over to the enemy, we can drop... Oh gosh, that Harpy. Right, this is going to be a bit of a chase now, because we're basically against the time. I can drop a Quillbore probably here and drop a safe pilot on their heads. You just need to buy some time. That's actually quite good that we've... Okay, so that's actually quite good that we've taken out that troll. That's not good though. Okay, so now he's actually gone to the other side. Not fantastic, but better than nothing. So we're going to drop safe. We're going to drop this guy behind him. Maybe a Living Bomb situation now. I think it's a Living Bomb situation if I can get away with it. There's obviously going to be another one of these. I'm going to have to crash a safe pilot down, because otherwise I'm going to lose base. I think I am actually going to have to do this immediately drop by with the harpies just to survive. Maybe I can get the harpies down here in time. Yes, okay. Drop that. See if we can kill him in time. If we can't, I'm just going to drop Living Bomb and hope we win. Okay, we won. You saw it was just a bit of attrition, just finding the right time to drop the harpies. That was the most important part of this entire run, just finding that right time to drop the harpies and then get the damage down with Howling Warband onto Mr. Smite. That was the most important part of this. Now we're going to go on to Cookie. A little easier than Mr. Smite, if I'm honest with you, because we have Living Bomb. Deploying an Unbound Mini damages nearby enemies. That's going to be really useful. We're running 4 Unbound Minis, so that's very, very useful. Okay. Let's jump in. Again, no talents on this run whatsoever, guys. You don't... Again, Cookie is one of the few bosses in this game that you can beat very easily with Harpies plus Earth Elemental. The issue that you need to face with this particular boss is that... well, we'll show you in a minute. You need to time it really well. I'm going to drop that immediately. I think I'm going to drop this here. We really do want to get Living Bomb off soon, which is basically now. That's good. That's fun. We're going to now. This has actually worked out really well for me. I'm going to drop these guys to go this way. And I'm going to drop the Earth Elemental. That actually should be a really, really good scenario for me, because I'm going to take out these... Yep, this is really nice. All of these minions are going to get cleaned up quite nicely by me. He is going to use that, which is fine. What I'm going to do on this side is I'm not actually going to waste my Living Bomb for the time being. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to wait for Rend, because I have a lot of HP to work with on my tower. So I don't need to be urgently trying to kill these guys, because these guys are a lot more vulnerable. So if I drop Rend in a good position, like here, it should do exactly the opposite of what I wanted it to do, and instead now I'm going to drop the Harpies to save my base. Never mind. We're going to do this. We have enough for Living Bomb. We know Living Bomb is a good option. I'm going to turn these guys away from my tower and hopefully give myself enough time. And what I want to do here is, whilst I have this active, I can maybe cycle and actually, to be honest with you, drop a Living Bomb straight away. And that should actually stop these guys from doing a huge amount of damage to my tower. Now, what I've got now, the opportunity that I've got now is once these Murloc Tide Hunters are gone. Oh, and that guy. To be honest with you, I'm actually just going to go the other way around here. So I'm going to drop these guys here. Do this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn Murky that way. And this is what I mean about timing. So I know things have just spawned on this side. So I'm going to drop this. And just the right timing on this boss means everything. And, you know, I just saw the left-hand side wave spawn, blew it up. So I knew that I wasn't going to get a massive spawn of, like, Darkspear Trolls and Mountaineers. So it was safe to send my Harpies up the left-hand side. And just, Murky is so easy. Once you can turn Murky one way and keep him turned that way for a while, your Harpies can absolutely wreck. It's a really, really easy tactic. So we're now going to go on to the easiest boss of the run, if you can play it correctly. It can very quickly fall apart. Sometimes depends on what he spawns. Especially at the start, like a Stonehoof Tauren spawn is a real pain in the bum, because you're just going to lose that tower as a Rend. Also, you're going to lose that chest as a Rend, because you don't traditionally run anything for that. Allies near your towers, barracks, and meeting stones are periodically healed. Spirit Feather. Feel like Spirit Feather is just going to be best here, because we don't spend a lot of time near our towers on this, and if you are, you're doing it wrong. Let's just see where he spawns. We might even be able to start getting the cheese going early. We'll just have to see. Okay, so he spawns Ogre Mage pretty much immediately. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go take this tower very quickly. This will be my primary goal. Yeah, give me a second. I'm just going to kill off these so they don't threaten my base. Which is nice. And I'm going to drop a Quill Ball and deal some damage. There's a Stone Hoof, so we're going to deal with that. So we actually spawned an Earth Elemental, but that's okay because I have Rend, which can deal with it. I'm going to drop the Rend first because I need to, and I'm going to drop a little dude here. What I need to do, realistically, is not allow it. Well, I've got living bombs, so here we're gonna do our cheese tactic now, guys. We're gonna drop well pegs, let him slap them. We're gonna drop this, and then we're gonna drop harpies as well. And now we're basically in a race against the clock. So it is. We're waiting now for his him to kill my Earth Elemental, which is not going very well for him. And I think if I just use living bomb here as well, we should win. Yeah, cheese tactic worked very well in that situation. Harpies dying actually helped my well pegs, and we were in a great spot. And that is that dungeon with a cheese tactic done. We raced the Molten Giants because they're slow. And that gets us a level up on our deck. We might even be able to attempt the next one. Again, that same tactic can very easily work for the next level up into red levels. Obviously, the higher level your Earth Elemental, the easier it's going to be for you because you can tank. So you saw how long he's able to tank on Rend. Let's just see what options I get. Upgrade army. We can have Blackrock flying. I can't remember what my last unit is there. I've got Harpies. I've got Earth Elemental. I've got Well Pegs. I've got Thingy Majiggy. I've got Quillball. I've got Safe Pilot, and I've got a spell. But what would that usually be? I don't think it really matters. Let's just make Safe Pilot slightly higher level. That'll be good. And we can go again. We can try a red level dungeon if we really wanted to here. I'll have a look at what is. It would be orange actually. We could probably try an orange level, but I think for the sake of the video, I don't want to bash my head against the wall for too long. I just want to show you this particular deck does work quite nicely with no talents. You can see that I run no talents, and it's very good for that reason. Cool.